So welcome everybody. On Sunday was St. John's Day, and that's a big celebration in some countries across Europe. In the north of Spain, where my parents are from, it's a big celebration. They eat grilled sardines on the beach, and that might not sound very inspiring, but it is. They loved it. It's all, fresh, and they do eat other things, of course, salads and many things. And it's not only on the beach. In some of the small cities and the big cities, they also do this. And they have bonfires. And one of the things some people do is that they jump over the bonfires, and that symbolizes the receiving the purification of the fire. Tomorrow it's going to be a full moon. Don't miss it. And last week was summer solstice. So these three things reminded me of these teachings about the sun, the moon, and the fire. When I teach about the chakra system, I've told you that we have these energy channels called nadis. They are along the spine, and there are three. We have the one on the left side, which is related to the breath, to the prana, to the life force, and it's called the moon nadi. And it has that energy that is cooling, is quieting, is reflective, is softening, is calming. And on the right side, the right nadi is related to the sun, so it's the sun nadi. And this is obviously the active energy, is moving, is changeable, is a lot of vitality, power, strength. So the two of them start at the right and the left nostril correspondingly, and they move to the base, and they are up to the base of the spine. When the two of them are in balance at the base of the spine, they go to the center nadi, which is called the fire nadi. And there is an awakening, so the fire rises up. This is the principle for the chakra system. So in yoga, we use the image of fire. This is very common. And from fire comes light, and that leads us to the concept of the light of consciousness. That's where it comes from. So when these nadis are active, so the fire is rising up, there is the idea that they are igniting the chakras, the 7 chakras, and that illuminates every part of ourselves. That's the logic of some of the logics of the chakra system. So today we're going to play with the balance of these opposite energies, the sun and the moon. And in Anusara, we use the principles to find balance. And this balance is, the idea of this balance is that it opens the space for the fire of consciousness to lighten up, to open up, to rise. So particularly, we're going to pay attention to the lower body. We're going to create a lot of space as we roll the inner thighs in. We open the space on the pelvis. And then the second energy comes in, ignites the fire as we draw it in on the pelvis. Okay, so that's going to be part of our practice today. So right from where you are, roll your inner thighs in. Refresh your posture if you need to. Lengthen the size of the body. Rest your hands on top of your thighs and close your eyes. And first take a moment to feel your body. To be present and to be here. And then turn your awareness to your breath. Notice the sense of opposition that it happens naturally with your inhale and your exhale. And there is nothing to do, nothing to change. We're only observing our natural breath. Perhaps you can notice the difference between the inhale and the exhale. And as you observe your breath, that sense of opposition is there. So one is bringing the air in, the other one, the breath, the air goes out. One is rising, the other one is falling. Just stay with that exploration of your breath. How does that feel in your body? And staying connected to the breath, to the heart center, bring your hands together in front of your heart. And together we'll chant 3 Oms, 1 round of the invocation, and 1 Om. When you're ready, please take a deep inhale in. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Sachidananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. And to the center of the heart we bow. And lift your head, release your hands, and open your eyes, and welcome back. So we're going to play with the sun and the moon today, and to ignite that fire. So please make your way back to your mat. So we're going to start in our hands and knees. So take your time to come to your mat. We're going to make a little bit of space here between. So see Fiona, we can a tiny bit close to him, just a tiny bit close to him. There you go. And then you move a little bit more, and then she can go. Yeah? Yeah. And then everybody, you're on your hands and knees. Make sure that your wrists are placed underneath your shoulders, out the shoulder to the middle of the wrist. Press your finger pads down, activate your fingers and your toes. Take a moment to breathe deeply here. Your knees in line with your hips. Pass your toes under. And as you press your finger pads down into the earth, you feel rooted, feel grounded from here. With your next inhale, curve your lower back and look up. And on your exhale, round your upper back. And continue with this movement linked to your breath. Allow the breath to lead the way. So the breath starts the movement follows the breath. And we bring the breath in because, like sunlight, the breath comes and shines, illuminates everything it touches. So allow your awareness to be there, to know that there is every part of yourself being illuminated by your breath. And then do one more on each direction. And then you come onto your neutral spine. Then here, move your knees slightly back, so your knees are going to be behind your hips now. Press your hands down strongly into the earth. Keep your toes tucked under, and then lift your hips up, keeping your knees bent into downward facing dog. And now separate your hands a little bit wider, say it a little bit wider. Yeah. And you too, Angelique, separate your hands a little bit wider. Keeping your knees bent, draw in from your fingers through the arms to the back of the heart, from your feet through the legs to the hips and back to the heart. And then from the back of the heart, extend through your bones down into the earth to your hands. And from the back of the heart, lift your hips even more, extending, lifting your hips up, and then keeping your knees bent, stand one heel at a time. Pressing the right heel down, and then the other one. So the creases of the knees are parallel to the short end of the mat. Keep pressing your fingertips down and lifting your hips higher into the sky. Slowly movements. They are linked to your breath. So the mind wants you to go fast. Slow it down. And then do one more on each direction. And then if it feels good, you can lengthen both legs. And then slowly walk your feet towards your hands. Walk your feet towards your hands. Keep your knees bent for now. Keep your feet hip distance apart, a little bit wider then. Keep your knees bent for now so the hamstrings are a little bit tight maybe. And then bringing your hands to your hips, roll your shoulders up and back, squeeze the elbows towards each other, turn the hands the other way, there you go. Squeeze the elbows a little bit towards each other, and keeping your knees bent, push your feet down into the earth, lift the torso, reach up, come up to standing, and release your hands. So we're going to do some rounds of sun salutation, that's Surya Namaskar. We're working with the sun, and we're going to go into the sun salutations. So I'm going to direct the breath, and we're going to stop only one breath on each posture. Okay, so this might sound a little bit different to what we do, but this is so you know what we're doing. So come and stand in the front of your mat. If you feel that you're going to hit the person next to you, you can widen your gaze, so you synchronize yourself with the person next to you, or you can extend the arms forward and reach always forward instead of the sides, okay? You choose. When you're ready. Inhale, reach the arms up into the sky. But come into the front of your mats. You need to be in the front of your mats. Exhale, bend forward, touch the earth. Feet forward bend. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look up. Exhale, right foot back, lunge pose. Inhale, lengthen the heart forward. Come up to your fingertips. Exhale, left foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come up into plank, shoulders in line with your wrists. Exhale, lower your knees, lower your chest to the floor. Inhale, press the top of the feet. Inhale, swing the chest forward and up, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward. Exhale, left foot forward, it forward bend, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, release. And with your next inhale, reach up into the sky. And then exhale, hands to your heart. And release your hands. And we continue. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, tilt forward, touch the earth. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look up. Exhale, left leg back, lunge pose. Inhale, lengthen the heart forward. Exhale, left foot back, right foot back, sorry, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower your knees and your chest down to the floor. Nice, everybody. Inhale, from the pelvis, swing the heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Exhale, right foot forward, deep forward bend. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, release. With your next inhale, lift your torso up, reach up into the sky. And then exhale, hands to the heart. And we continue. Release the hands. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend forward, touch the earth, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen the spine, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, right leg back, lunge pose. Inhale, lengthen the spine forward, lengthen the heart forward. Exhale, left foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, shoulders in line with your wrist, come into plank. Exhale, knees down, chest down into the earth. Inhale, press the top of the feet, swing the heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward. Exhale, left foot forward. If it doesn't come, bring it with your hand. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, release. With the power of your breath, inhale, reach up into the sky. And then exhale, bring the hands to the heart. And release. One more. Take a deep inhale, reach up. And exhale, bend forward, touch the earth. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, release. One more. Inhale, lengthen the spine, sorry. Exhale, left leg back, lunge pose. Hands in line with your front ankle. Inhale, lengthen the heart forward. Exhale, right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come up into plank. Exhale, knees and chest to the floor. Inhale, swing the heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Exhale, right foot forward. Other left. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, release. From the power in the earth, inhale, reach up into the sky. And then exhale, bring your hands to your heart. And release that. Beautiful, everybody. Take a deep inhale in, reach up. And exhale, bend forward, touch the earth. Inhale, lengthen the spine once more. Hands to your shins if you can't reach the floor or with a block. Exhale, release. With your breath, step your right foot back, lunge pose. Pull your feet towards each other. Bring both hands to the top of your left knee. With your right hand, bring your right hand to the inside of the right leg and roll your inner thigh in. So your right hip is coming forward. That is an inner spiral. We're rolling the inner thigh in. Yeah? And then keep that. Tilt the pelvis up as you draw the tailbone down, and then inhale the arms up. Bring your hand. If you bring the hand from the inside, then you will feel it more. If you bring the hand from the inside, here you roll the thigh in this way. So it really pushes the hips up. Okay. Keep your front knee bent, keep your back leg straight and strong. Push them back. And then exhale, bring both hands down into the earth. Step your left foot back, plank pose, strong plank. Any birthdays this week? Yes? No? You! Today? You? Okay. On the next one, so you've been already for a while. Lower your knees, exhale, lower your knees down to the floor. Bend your elbows back, chest forward, release into the earth. We are singing. Just giving you a little bit of break. Are you, is it possible?
No.
Press the top of the feet down. Inhale, swing your chest forward and up. And exhale, release. Tuck your toes under. Lift your knees up. Lift your thighs up. Roll your shoulders up and back. Move your chest away from the floor. So your shoulders are in line with your elbows. Chest away from the floor. Move your shoulders a little bit more back. Engage your core strongly. Pull into the midline with your legs. And then press your hands, hover your hips off the floor. Press your hands even more, straighten your arms into plank, and then up into downward facing dog. Well done. Great effort. Well done. Beautiful. And then balance your inhale and your exhale. With your next inhale, come up into plank. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Charlie. Happy birthday to you. One clap. Well done. And then lower your knees down to the floor. Congratulations, Charlie. Hope you had a nice day. And then bend your elbows back, chest forward, slowly down into the earth. Now, keeping your hands where they are, lift your right leg, point your toes towards the back of the room. Lift your right leg up. From your right inner thigh, roll your right leg in. The other way, Emma. There you go. And then point your toes towards the back of the room, lower your right foot down. And then do the same with your left leg. Lift your left leg, point your toes back, roll from your left inner thigh, lower your left leg down. And then feel how you can find some space on the lower back, and that should feel really good. From here, from the pelvis, lift the heart forward. Did you work it out? Yeah? I know it's a lot of instructions, don't worry. It's quite good. Let's keep rolling. So roll your shoulders, lift your chest away from the floor, so you are in a cobra, baby cobra, maybe a little bit bigger than a baby because you've done few. If that feels good, otherwise you don't have to. Untap your toes, Anton, untap your toes. Press the top of the feet down, and then exhale, release. Now tuck your toes. I know you're so eager to chaturanga. Is that? So tuck your toes under, squeeze to the midline, lift your knees up, lift your thighs up, move your shoulders away from the floor, keep your elbows bent in line with your wrists, and then pressing your hands strongly into the earth, ignite the fire, push your hips off the floor, press your hands even more, come up into plank, and then up into downward facing dog. Beautiful. Nice. Well done. Yay! You have to roll your shoulders back. You need to shoulders back. If your shoulders are forward, you won't be able to do it. From here, with your next inhale, step your right foot forward. And anytime you need a little break, please go into Balasana, into Child's Pose. Pull your feet towards each other. Bring your hands on top of your right knee. Bend your right knee a little bit more. Now, bring your left hand inside your left leg this time. Bring your left hand inside of your left leg. Rotate. So this pose wants to open the left hip, and we want to square the hips to the front. So we roll the inner thigh in, and then we lengthen the pelvis, and we reach up into the sky. Lengthen. It's straight. And you bend a little bit more on the right. Keeping the left, top of the left thigh pushing back. Beautiful. And then exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, step your left foot forward. Release the head, release the spine. With your next inhale, push your feet down into the earth. Inhale, reach up into the sky. And then exhale, bring your hands to your heart. And release. Make sure that your feet are hip distance apart and parallel. Cross your forearms and bend your knees. And then bring your hands to the inside of your inner thighs. So make sure that your knees are in line with your second and third toe. Make sure that your feet are parallel, so toes are slightly in there. Then here, as you bend your knees a little bit more, rotate your inner thighs in. So you're going to find a little bit more space on the lower back, or a lot of space on the lower back. So your sitting bones are widening. Yes? Can everybody feel that?
My thighs are so thin.
So we're rolling the inner thighs in. Can you feel your sitting bones widening apart? It should feel really good on the lower back, and it really keeps you busy. Lower your hips a little bit more, so you're working your legs at the same time. Lengthen the spine forward, open the chest. And then slowly release and come back up to standing. Beautiful. So we're doing different ways to open up the pelvis to find that widening, that opening the sitting bones. We're still with the energy of the sun. Take a deep inhale in, reach up into the sky. And when you're ready, exhale, release down into the earth. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, release. With your next inhale, step your right foot back. And then left foot back, downward facing dog. Pressing your hands down into the earth. We're in downward facing dog. Lift your knees up. But I know you love planks, and we're going to go back to a different variation. From here, keeping your hips up, press your right hand down strongly into the earth. Come onto the outside edge of your right foot. Left foot on top of your right foot or in front of you. Please just choose the variation that suits you today. And then as you lift your hips up, lengthen the left arm up. Pressing your hand down into the earth. Nice, Emma. Beautiful. Spread your toes, flex your foot. Nice, beautiful, Jenny. Open your throat, smile, and then exhale back down into downward facing dog. Nice, everybody. Nice. Well done. Beautiful. Free from the outside edge of the left foot on the next one. With your next inhale, press your left hand down into the earth, come to the outside edge of the left foot. Right foot in front or on top of your left foot. Spread your toes, spread your toes, spread your toes. Lift your hips a little bit higher. And then the fire rises up. In this one you can feel that, yes? Yes. Lifting up, open the throat, head back, head back. Yeah. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Well done. Well done. And then at the end of your exhalation, step up lightly, jump your feet, toes, your hands. Release the head, release the spine. Bring your hands to your hips, roll your shoulders up and back, and then pressing your feet down, come on with your torso so it's parallel to the floor. So your legs are straight on this one. Keep your legs straight and strong. Engage the muscles of the legs so your core is strong. And with your next inhale, lengthen the torso forward, Alison, so your head is not dropping, your torso is extending forward. And then from here, with the power of the legs, ignite the fire in your pelvis, tuck in the tailbone under, reach up lightly, straight up, and release your hands. Now take a wide stand. We're going to face this way. Take a wide stand. A wide stand. How wide? Your wrists and your ankles are going to be in line. That's as wide as you want to go. And then rotate your right foot out. Make sure that your left foot is parallel to the short end of the mat and that your front foot intercepts the arch of the back foot. Reach up. On your inhale, lengthen the size of the body, arms parallel to the floor. Exhale, bend your right knee. Bring your left toes a little bit more here. Yeah, really good. Yeah. Bend your right knee a little bit more. Keep your back leg strong, so you're pressing down into the earth. Right knee in line with the right ankle. Nice, everybody. Soften your gaze to the middle finger on your right hand. Take a little wider stand here. Alison, bring your foot close to me. And then with exhale, bring the forearm to your right thigh, left hand to your left hip. Open your left shoulder, keep your legs strong. And then lengthen your left arm forward. Integrate the arm into the shoulder. Swing your left arm alongside your left ear. Look at the inside of your left arm, if that's possible. Beautiful. Keep your right in line with your second toe. And with your legs, inhale, pushing strongly into your feet, come all the way back up to standing. Rotate your right foot in, and the left foot rotates out this time. Make sure again that your front foot intersects the arch of the back foot. Bring your toes in. Inhale, lengthen the sides of the body. Exhale, bend your left knee in line with your second toe. Keep it over your left knee, left ankle. Soften gently, gaze gently to the middle finger on your left hand. And on your exhale, don't collapse. On the next exhale, you'll bring your left elbow on top of your left forearm to your left thigh, right hand to your right hip. Open your chest and breathe. Extend your right arm forward, parallel to the floor. Integrate the arm into the shoulder and then swing your right arm to the front of the room, to the outside of the room. Reach in. And then on your next inhale, keeping your legs strong, push your feet down, come all the way back up to standing, and return your left foot in. And we are going to rotate the right foot out. This time I'm going to ask you to have a block close to you. Might not need it, some of you will. So have a block next to you. We're going to Trikonasana. Okay, and we're going to do Trikonasana a little bit different today. Okay, but believe me, it's worth it. So we start with the right foot out. Make sure that your front foot intersects the arch of the back foot and you go slightly in, a little bit more in, or your heel out. There you go. Yeah. And then bring both hands to your hips. From here, rotate your right leg out. Shift your hips to the left. You're lost. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to show you. Come back up into Tadasana. So I'll show you. Make sure that everybody can see. So there's going to be a lot of instructions. We're going to get into Trikonasana in a way that I don't usually teach because there is a lot of instructions, but it's worth to do it. So if you are in your standing, the thing that it happens here is that energetically, anatomically, your right leg wants to move in and your left leg wants to move out. But we don't want that because our knees are going to suffer. Because you see where my toe is and you see where my toes is. If this knee rotates in, it's going to move away from the foot. And I don't want that. That's not good for my knees. Okay? So what I need to do, if I have my hands here, is rotate. We need the fire. This is like the sun and the moon moving away from the light. We actually need the strength on the right leg, so that's going to be the sun, yeah? And then we need a little bit of softening on the left leg, just a little bit, that calming. That's the quality of the moon. So as we rotate the right leg in, automatically the hips move to the left. You see? So I'm rotating, the hips move to the left, and then I bring my torso over and place my hand, okay? Also, from here, I'm going to ask you, as we deepen into the pose, to bring your hand inside then. So not close to your right foot, I want you to have more space. Your hand is in front. From here, rolling the thighs out and in, and so there is a widening, the same widening that you experienced when we were doing the skier pose just a moment ago. So the pelvis is tilting down. I want to keep that, and then the tailbone is going to lengthen towards the left foot. The right hip wraps under, and I bring my hand here. And then I can open into the pose. Okay? That's a lot of instructions. I can assure you it's totally worth it. Totally worth it. Okay? So let's start again. Make sure that you have a block next to you in case you need it. Okay? Take a wide stand. So we're going to put into balance the sun and the moon. So the fire rises up and there is the light of consciousness in this pose. Right foot out, left foot parallel to the shoulder of the mat. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, lengthen the sides of the body. On your exhale, roll your right leg out. Shift your hips to the left. And then from here, bring your torso towards your right leg. Right hand to the outside of your right foot. To the block. Okay. So keep your left hand to your left hip for now. Just for now. Now, bring your right hand inside your right leg to deepen into the pose. So it's not so close to your right foot. You need a little bit of a bit more space. And just bring it a little bit more here. Yeah. Keep your left hand to your left hip. From here, rotate your hand the other way. Yeah. From here, pull your feet gently towards each other. Widen your sitting bones as you roll your inner thighs in. Widen your sitting bones. Even allow the pelvis to tilt forward even a little bit more. Keep all of that. Now bring your right hand to the back of your right ankle with the block or without the block, whatever you need to. Okay? And then move your left shoulder back. Reach your left hand up. Open your throat. From the pelvis, shine out in all directions, like the sun, like the moon, even like a star. With your legs, inhale, keeping your legs very strong. Push your feet down into the earth, come all the way back up to standing. Oh. With the block, what a surprise. Good. And then turn your feet. So we're going into the left side. How was that? Did it feel different? Amazing, isn't it? It's worth it, I told you. So make sure that your right foot is parallel to the short end of the mat, and then have a block close to you. Bring your hands to your hips. Lengthen the sides of the body as you breathe. On your exhale, rotate your left leg out. Shift your hips to the right. Then bring your torso over your left leg, left hand to the outside of your left foot. And then just take a moment here, just a little pause here. Keep your right hand onto your right hip, just for now, because we're going to go deeper into the pose. We don't need to go into the full pose yet. Then, now bring your hand, your left hand inside your left leg, a little bit more in, a little bit more away from the floor, gently. Yeah. Here, pull your feet gently towards each other. Roll your thighs in. Roll your thighs in so your sitting bones are widening apart. Your pelvis is tilting forward. So roll the thighs a little bit more in. Allow that tilting of the pelvis to happen. And then keep all of that. Bring your left hand to the outside of your left ankle, And then lengthen the tailbone towards your right foot as you wrap the left hip under. Move your left shoulder back. Don't rush into the hand just yet. Move the left shoulder back first. And then lengthen the arm. It's going to feel much better that way. And then from the pelvis, extend to the bones down to the legs. From the pelvis, extend to the spine, to the crown of the head, to the hands, into the earth, and into the sky. With the power of your legs, ignite a little bit more fire now. From the feet, grounded into the earth, push your feet down, come all the way back up to standing with your legs. And then step your feet or jump your feet back together. Well done. Very good, very good. Okay. So we're going to practice our handstand today, Angelique. If someone doesn't want to do an inversion for any reason, or you have your period, or whatever reason you have, and you don't want to do an inversion, just let me know. I'll give you a variation of an inversion, okay? Otherwise, we're going to work in a handstand. So I need a helper. We're going to work on trees. Fiona, could you be my helper? Sorry. Pick somebody that was not drinking water, because it's good to be, especially with this hot weather.
Do you want me to be on the side?
Well, I don't know yet. Which leg are you going to lift? Okay, yes, please, you be on the other side. Thank you. So, come closer. Can I ask you to open a little bit of space, please come. And if you're in the front, you go and sit down, okay, so you can leave people can see. Okay, so the main thing today, I want to bring a lot of awareness to what we do with our hips when we are in a handstand, okay? Because we tend to do a banana, we tend to be really scary and we stick our bottom out, we tend to do a lot of things. It's because we lose the awareness. So I want to bring that fire of consciousness, that awareness into your hips, okay? So roll your inner thighs in, lengthen the tailbone down towards your heel. Keep that. Can you keep that all the time? Separate your hands, separate your hands a little bit wider, and you're going to look at your hands all the time. And Fiona, you're going to be the wall here, so hands in line, your arm is going to be in line with Angelique's wrists. So lift your leg up, and then strong leg, press into my hand, Don't bend the knees, keep your knees extended. Lift your hips, and then lift the leg. Lift the other leg, the leg that is free. Lift it up, all the way up. And then maybe I'm going to come here, squeeze my fist. Press your hands into the earth, from the back of the heart, down into the earth, from the back of the heart, lift up into the sky. Beautiful.
That's lovely.
And then slowly let go of the leg that is free. Slowly. Well done. So we're keeping that awareness on the pelvis. Was that different? A little bit different. Because you're concentrating. You have to concentrate on everything, of course. But I want to bring a little bit more of awareness what we're doing with the pelvis. Okay? So let's find two friends and let's work together. Okay? Ready? Yes? Emma? Sorry? Ready for you? Everybody has no? Who actually, Emma, come here. We're going to work with Gamma and okay, downward facing dog. Hold two legs. Hold your legs
I've never done that before. So you're trying to get it in. She's so strong. I'm not feminine.
Look at your hands. Lift the hips. Don't move the chest forward. Lift the hips. Beautiful. Squeeze my hand. From the back of the heart down to the earth. From the back of the heart. I actually have awareness on your pelvis. Awareness on your core. Beautiful. Nice. And come back down. And release. Beautiful.
Yeah, that's good, yeah.
Out the shoulders. Look at your hands. See, I can in the exact form, but if I don't and actually, if you look at press into my hand. Press into my hand. Don't move your shoulders forward. Press into my hand.
We'll do it now.
Yeah, press down. Lift your hips up. Lift your hips up. As you press down. Yeah. Lift your hips. Beautiful. Lift the hips up. Lift the hips up. Look at your hands, Emma. Sometimes I feel look at your hands. Beautiful. Yeah. Well done. First hand. That was you have to like
Yeah, it's always the same. I mean, I could try with the other one, just with like, yeah, I'm going to try with this one, only because I always do it. Only because I always do it with the other one. Yeah, you too. That's it. Yeah, you too. Is it good or not? Yes? What are you to do? Sorry. Oh, wow. Yes.
Well, no, which is
Okay. Oh.
It felt like you were there, didn't it?
Yeah, because I definitely felt like I didn't have as much strength to get that one. Yeah, it's interesting to do it with the other. Yeah, I get the theory.
Move your eyes. Come back into downward facing dog. Slow down. Please come back into downward facing dog. So come into downward facing dog, please. Hold on. And then this is another inversion, so your head is below your heart. Just balance your energy here. There's a lot of sun energy going on, which is good. Keep pressing your finger pads down. Extend from the heart down to your hands, from the back of the heart up into your hips and down to the legs, to your feet. Balance your inhale and your exhale. With your next inhale, step your right foot forward between your hands. Spin your left foot flat on the floor. Take a block again. If you needed a block for Trikonasana before, please use a block. Bring your left hand to your left hip. Keep your right hand to the outside of your right ankle. Extend your right leg. Move your left shoulder back. And then lengthen your left arm up. Lift your head. Nice chair. Beautiful. So you are settled into Trikonasana. We're going to find a little bit of lightness in Trikonasana. We're going to soften. So keep your legs strong. All the muscles engaged. And then come, lift your thumb off the floor. Maybe. You can stay how you are. This is just optional. One finger up. Second finger up. So there are two fingers on the floor, maybe one finger on the floor, and maybe no fingers on the floor. So you have to engage a little bit more. More fire comes in, more fire ignites. And then you can stay here, or you can lengthen your right arm towards the front of the room. towards the front of the room, towards the outside, and then left arm as well. So you're framing your head, your ears are in line with your both arms. Reaching to the sides, reaching into the sides, legs are strong. And then exhale, bring your hands down into the earth, downward facing dog. Beautiful, everybody. With your next inhale, step your left foot forward. And spin your right foot flat on the floor. Take the block and place it to the outside of your left leg, left ankle if you need to. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Lengthen your left leg. Keep your feet strong. Pull your feet towards each other. Draw from your feet to the legs to the pelvis. Move your left shoulder back. And then lengthen your right arm up into the sky. And then slowly we look for that softening energy of the moon into these pose as we keep the strength of the legs, the power of the sun. Lifting one thumb, a finger, another finger, maybe touching only with one finger, maybe none. And you can stay here, or you can lengthen your left arm to the front of the mat, strong, straight, and then right arm comes parallel to the left arm. Strong legs. Breathe in deeply. Can you bring the breath so it shines, it lightens up everything it touches, like the sunlight. And then exhale, release down, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Soften into the breath. With your next inhale, step your right foot forward. We can't be talking about the moon without half moon pose. Spin your left foot flat on the floor. Make sure that your front foot intersects the arch of the back foot. Bring your right hand to the outside of your right foot. Keeping your right knee bent just for now. Step your left foot slightly forward. And then move your right hand to the corner of your the right corner of your mat in front of your left foot. Keep your left foot active. Spread your toes on your left foot. Now, the key part in this pose is your right leg. So the right leg, we know that wants to rotate in. We want to keep it rotating out a little bit here, okay? So keep the knee going towards your second toe. Left hand to your left hip, everybody. With your next inhale, press your right foot down into the earth. Lift your left leg up into the sky. Spread your toes. Keep your legs strong. From the outside of the hip, root down through your right leg. And then maybe lift your left leg a little bit higher. Then move the left shoulder back, lengthen the left arm up. Beautiful. Nice. And then exhale. Bring your right hand to the floor, left foot next to the right foot. In Uttanasana, deep forward bend. Release the head, release the spine. With your breath, step your right foot back into a lunge. Spin your right foot flat on the floor. Keep your left knee bent for now. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Bring your left hand to the outside of your left ankle. Use a block if you need to. Take a baby step with your right foot. And then engage the muscles of the legs. Drawing into the pelvis. With your next inhale, push your left foot down into the earth. Lift your right leg up. Spread your toes. Then here, root the outside of the left hip down into the earth. And then open your left shoulder. Bring your left hand towards the front. Left shoulder back. Right shoulder back, right shoulder back. Don't move the hand, move the shoulder, move the shoulder.
It's the shoulder that is not moving.
Lift your right leg a little bit more. Yeah. And then exhale, bring your right foot next to the left, right hand to the floor, Uttanasana, deep forward bend. Nice, everybody. Soften. Hold your ankles and frame your face. Just take a moment to breathe here, to balance your breath. Hold the elbows. Sorry, what did I say? Ankles. Sorry, I meant the elbows. Oh, that's why. Nobody was listening to me. Oh, you were all listening to me. Sorry. Sorry. Frame your face. That sounded strange, isn't it? So allow your head to be between your arms. Releasing. Softening. And then release the hands down into the earth. And again, step or jump lightly into plank. Inhale up into downward facing dog. And step the right knee towards your right ankle into pigeon. Oh, I know, this is such a crowd pleaser. I know. Keep your back toes tucked under. You can move your left knee slightly back, so you have a little bit more space in the hips. And then bring your hands a little bit closer to your hips. Walk your hands a little bit closer. Make sure that your feet are active and you're drawing in towards the knees towards each other. If that bothers your knee, you can do it lying down. Is that okay? Yes. Is it okay? Okay, good. You can do it on your back. We're going to go into a thigh stretch. So you can do it standing. And Sarah too. From here, bring your left hand to the inside of your left leg. Keep your toes tucked under, Emma, if it's okay. Bring your left hand to the inside of the leg, and you're going to rotate your inner thigh in a little bit too. Okay, and then you lower the knee down. We want to have that inner rotation of the leg again. Yeah, that widens the pelvis. You felt that already, so it's worth to do that. And then bend your left knee, grab your left foot with your left hand. Spread your toes, particularly on your left foot. So bring your left inner, the inner edge of your left foot towards the outside of your left hip. So don't bring it straight to your bum. So it's going towards the outside of the left hip. And then bring your hand a little bit, just not on your toes. So we don't want to smash the toes. We want the toes to be light and shine even in this pose. And your elbow up if that's possible. And then exhale, release the left foot. Walk your hands a little bit forward towards the front of the room. Keep both feet active, particularly your right foot pressing down into the earth. Drawing in. And then from the pelvis, extend out through your right knee, extend out through the left leg. From the pelvis, extend through the spine, through the hands. And then slowly walk your hands back. Press the hands down, come up into downward facing dog. Nice, everybody. With your next inhale, step your left knee towards your left wrist. Press the left foot down. Make sure that your left knee is a little bit wider than the outside of your left hip. So bring a little bit wider. There you go. But you don't have to move out of the groove. It's just your knee a little bit wider than the hip. So with your toes tucked under, move your right knee a little bit towards the back so you have a little bit more space. Okay, keep your toes tucked under. Bring your right knee to the floor. Lift your right knee to the floor. Bring your right hand inside. Roll the inner thigh in. So you can feel there's a little bit of movement here. Yeah, keeping your ankle straight and strong. So you can lift the knee if that feels that there is a little bit more rotation needed there. Rotate it in so your right hip moves forward and then lower the knee down into the earth. So the hip stays a bit more square to the front. Nice. And then bend your right knee. Grab your right foot with your right hand. Keep your right foot active. Right toes active. And then drawing in from the legs, lifting the pelvis up into the sky. pulling your knees towards each other. From the pelvis, extend out through the knees. From the pelvis, extend through the spine. And then exhale, release your foot. Very good. And then extend your torso forward. Forearms on the floor, if that feels good. Maybe forehead on the floor, if that feels good. From the pelvis, extend out through the bones of your right leg. Extend through the bones of your left leg. Extend through the spine, the crown of the head to your fingers. And then slowly bring your hands back towards you. Press the hands strongly into the earth, hands underneath your shoulders. Tap the toes under and lift your hips up into downward facing dog. And then slowly walk your hands towards your feet. Walk your hands towards your feet. I know that's a challenge. Bring your hands to your hips. I know it's a challenge. Roll your shoulders up and back. Press your legs down into the earth. Come halfway up. Ignite the fire as your abdomen gets more powerful. Lengthen the tailbone down towards the earth as you rise your chest up into the sky. And then release your hands. Walk a little bit, just a step. You're good where you are. Just walk a step on your mat. And then keeping your feet hip distance apart and parallel, bring your hands to your heart. And then bend your knees and lower down into the earth. Slowly down into the earth. And then you're going to be the last one to sit. Be the last one to sit. Slowly engage, ignite your center. Slowly as you lower down and you control your landing. Great. Well done. And you can use your hands if you need to. Of course you can. Extend your legs forward. Dandasana pose. So if you need to sit on a block or on a blanket, please do here. If you see that your back is rounded, make sure that you sit on a block. Maybe just one, and the blanket will be enough. We're going into Dandasana. Okay. So keep your feet active with your hands. Roll your thighs in. Roll your thighs in. With each hand, roll your thighs in. Bring your feet together. Bring your feet together. So we are in Tadasana. Legs, feet together. Rolling the thighs in. Hands to the sides. Lengthen the pelvis up. Reaching up. So this is a neutral spine. So don't lean back. Don't lean back. Allow that little tilting of the pelvis that you can feel that you are on your sitting bones, but you're rising. The spine is rising. Remember all that fire. The nadis are very active right now. They are illuminating every part of you. So if we go and we round the lower back, then the light is going to be a little bit difficult to shine. This might feel pain on the lower back. Okay. Then from here, bend your right knee. Place your right foot on the floor. Bring your right hand to the inside of your right leg and your left hand to the left foot. Left hand to the left foot. So you're going to grab your right knee with your right hand and your left foot with your left foot. And then you're going to bring your right knee towards the side and left foot towards the inside of your left leg. Right foot towards the inside of the left leg, sorry. We're going into Janushirshasana. It's just a little rotation on the knee that is very helpful, at least for my knees, it's very helpful. I feel a really nice rotation of the knee, of the hip in that way. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bring both hands to either side of your left leg, just for now. Press your hands. So find that tilting in the pelvis. So maybe you need to sleep in the other one. Sorry. So see, this one is a little bit wider, so it's easier to rotate the legs, to rotate the inner thighs. Okay. And then from here, bring your left hand a little bit away from your on your mat. As you press your left finger pads down, reach with your right hand to the outside of your left leg or the ankle or the edge of your left foot. But remember to lengthen. Inhaling, lengthen the spine. And exhale as you draw in. So this part of the class is this cooling energy. The moon energy is the softening part where we soften if you want to use the belt. I'm giving belts because we will use them later, but if you want to use it for now, please do. So here from the pelvis, extend out through the legs. From the pelvis, extend through the spine. And then inhale, come. Extend your right leg. And then this time, roll, bring your left hand to the inside of your left knee, right hand to your left foot. With the help of your left hand, bring your left foot to your right thigh. And then you can roll your thighs in with both hands, roll your thighs in, roll inner thighs in, both legs. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bring both hands alongside of your right leg. And then here, keep your feet active, keep the awareness on your right leg. As you press your right hand down into the earth, so you can press strongly, bend the elbow, and then reach with your left hand the outside of your left foot, or the left shin, or left ankle. And then we play a little bit with the inhaling, lengthen the spine. And exhale, release a little bit more. But keep your feet active. And again, inhaling, lengthen the spine. Lengthen both sides of the body. Allow your right ribs to move back and your left ribs to move down. And then on your next inhale, come all the way back up. Extend both legs. And then lie down on your back. Everybody has a belt, yeah? You won't need it right now. You don't, I didn't give you one. It's because I got confused. You didn't have one on this side? Yes, you did. Oh, you have one? Yes, thank you. Okay.
Do you go and I'll put mine
Yes,
on the
you
side?
do?
Do we go again?
Please, please. Really, one more, just one more. Then lie down on your backs. You won't need your belt just now. Bend your knees. Keep your feet a distance apart and parallel. And then bend your elbows. Bring your hands up into the sky. Keep your elbows close to you, close to your body. Make sure that your feet are hip distance apart and parallel. Please bring your awareness to your toes, to your feet, and make sure that your feet are hip distance apart and parallel. Bring your feet a little bit closer, I think. And you two down. A little bit closer. Okay, thank you, Silvana. And then find the curve on your lower back. So you tilt your pelvis back and forth. Closer so your knees, your shins are perpendicular to the floor, even a tiny bit closer to you. Then from here, keeping the curve, the natural curve on the lower back, press your elbows down, press the back of the head down, press your feet down, come up, lengthen the tailbone towards your knee. Pressing the four corners of your feet down, lift your feet a little bit higher. And then bring your hands in underneath, interlace your fingers, roll your shoulders a little bit to one side, rock a little bit side to side, so you are more on your upper arms. Walk your feet a little bit closer to your crotch. slowly remove your hands, lower your hips down, keep the natural curve on the lower back. Side right. And then lift your right foot off the floor. So we're going towards this cooling energy. Lift your right foot off the floor, bring your hands behind your right leg. Press your right foot towards the window. Press your right foot towards the window so your arms are straight. And then pressing the leg onto your hands and resisting with your hands, extend your right leg up. And then if it feels good, extend your left leg out. Left foot on the floor. Keep the awareness on your left foot, so your left foot and your left leg is active. Roll your left leg in and roll the right hip out. As you roll the left inner thigh in, roll the outside of the right hip out. And then we pulsate with this pose. From the pelvis, extend out through the left leg. From the pelvis, extend up to the right leg. With your breath, extend through the bones of your left leg, extend to the bones of your right leg. And then slowly bend your left knee, lower your right, bend your right knee, lower your right foot on the floor. And then extend both legs and just feel the difference. Maybe one leg feels more like the sun energy, bless you. And maybe the other leg feels a bit more like the moon energy. We're going to balance both of them. Bend both knees. Bring your left foot off the floor, bring your hands behind your left leg. Press your left foot towards the front of the room. Strongly press your left foot as your arms extend completely. And then when your arms are straight, lengthen the left leg up. Lengthen the left leg up first. And then if it feels good, extend your left leg. Your right leg, off the floor. Keep pressing your left leg onto your hands and resist. So your right heel is on the floor. Right heel is on the floor. But keep your awareness so your right leg is active. And then drawing in from the feet to the pelvis. Roll your left inner thigh in, your right inner thigh in, and then roll the left hip out, outside of the left hip. Rolling the right inner thigh in, outside of the left hip out. To balance this energy in your pelvis. And then from here, from the pelvis, extend out to the right leg, extend up to the left leg. And we pulsate with the breath. From the pelvis, extend out through the right leg, reach up to the left leg, up into the sky. And again, extend to the right leg and reach into the sky through the left leg. And then slowly bend your left knee, bend your right knee, lower your left foot to the floor, and then extend both legs and maybe feel the difference. And then take your belt, bring your belt as you lift your right foot off the floor, right knee bend, bring your belt on top of your right foot. Hold both ends of the belt, or one belt if you haven't a loop, that's fine. With your right hand, keep your left leg extended. Keep your awareness on your left leg, so your left foot is active. Hold the belt only with your right hand. You can keep a little, but just hold it with one hand. See if you can extend the belt so much that your right elbow is on the floor. So you have the support of the right elbow on the floor. Okay? And then keeping your left leg rooting down, lift the right leg up. Lift the right leg up first. Lift the right leg up. Elbow on the floor. And then from here, bring your left hand to your left thigh. Press the top of your left thigh down. Open your right leg to the right. Oh, you're going to be a little bit. Right leg to the right. You're going to be a little bit. I know. Both Jennies. Okay. And then look away if you want to. If your knees bend, that's fine. Keep your elbow on the floor. Are you having a party? And if you see a foot flying close to you, it's only a foot. It's only a foot, actually. It's another human being that has a foot, isn't it? And then inhale, lift your right leg. Switch hands with the belt. So hold the belt with your left hand now. And then bring your right leg across your left leg. Keep your left leg straight and strong. You're going to rotate over your left hip. That's okay. That's okay. Keep your right shoulder down into the earth. And you can turn your head towards your right hand. You can keep your right elbow, arm like a cactus, or any. Keep both feet active.
Is it better to not take your shoulder off and not get your leg over as far?
Yeah.
Oh, that's better.
So keep your right shoulder rooting down, and then keep the leg up to where it goes. Because you're all having the support of the elbow on the floor, so you can hold it up. Now, with your right thumb, bring your right thumb to the top of your right thigh. Push the right thigh back.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think it's come out.
So that's it came out. Now you were very strong.
Is it just strong?
Do it so much. So if you bring your right thumb here, just rotate the right leg out. Direction. So it gives you a little bit more stretch on the outside of the hip. And then inhale, come all the way back out. And then change the belt to the other foot, to your left foot. Lengthen the right foot, keep the awareness onto your right foot. First, lengthen the leg up. You can extend the right leg, but keep your right leg active. Don't tickle your ankle, keep your ankle straight. Press your right hand onto the top of your right thigh, and then slowly, holding the belt with your left hand, open the leg to the left. So don't worry if a leg comes flying close to you. Actually, you can actually place it there. You know, it's very useful. It is very useful. Yeah? And have some there. So press the top of your right thigh down. And turn your head to the other side. This side of the room is not getting the cooling down energy of the moon. What's happening? It's her. The sun is cooler. It's her. And then inhale, lift your left leg up.
There's a lot of energy in this.
Well, there is a lot of sun energy out of things like too. Change your hand. So hold, not change your hand, just hold the belt with the other hand. Bring your left leg across your right leg. Keep your right leg active, left foot active. Rotate over your right leg. You can come over your right leg. Bring the leg over, unless it bothers your knee. Is it bothering your knee? So you're going to rotate on this side as much as you can. Still keep the shoulder down. Yeah, good and so. And then with your left thumb now, rest. You're going to place your thumb here, and you're going to push the hip away. Aha! That feels really good, Jenny. But bring the leg up a bit more. And then you push it. It's just to bring the energy deeper into the pose. So piece here.
I see.
Is it?
That's my posture, yeah, that's right.
It takes a while to recognize our body is, yes, yeah. But it's good, we get there. Keep your feet active, strong, strength. So the hip moves down as the leg. Soften your right shoulder. And then slowly inhale, move your leg up. Let go of the belt. Get the belt away from you. Bend both knees and grab the knees with your hands. Just hold the knees with your hands and stand your arms. So you're not crossing your fingers. You're holding your hands on each knee. And then your knees are a little bit away from you, so the knees are in line, sort of in line with the sitting bones. And you're pressing your hands gently on top of your knees, so the femur, the bones, are releasing deeper onto your hips, onto your pelvis. This is very soothing, very, very relaxing. And it's very calming for the nervous system. So bring your hands a little bit more to the knees, unless they bother you. So you press the knees a little bit more. So your feet are relaxed. Just holding the knees in its place, and then extend your arms on top. So your knees are coming on top. Then you press your hands. Releasing energy in the pelvis. This softening energy of the moon. Relaxing, reflective. This is the energy that we want to cultivate for Shavasana. Slowly. Slowly let go of the legs. Let go of the legs. And then extend your legs and get ready for Shavasana. If anyone needs a blanket or anything, shall I leave those doors open? Everybody's okay?
Yes.
Nobody's
Nice.
cold. Yeah? I'm just going to cross your fingers to the lights. Lucky. Allow your feet to fall to the sides. Open your arms to the side. So separate your hands a little bit away from your body, Dhamma. Arms to face up. Press your elbows a little bit onto the earth, press the back of the head, and bring the tips of the shoulder blades a little bit more in. And then going back to the reflective, soothing, softening energy of the moon. Bring that quality. I'm just going to get rid of this because it might not calm your nervous system. Allow that energy to go onto your skin, and allow your skin to release fully onto your muscles. Allow your muscles to release onto your bones. And as you let go your muscles onto your bones, also let go the bones into the earth. Soften your face. Soften your eyes into your eye socket. Soften your forehead. soften the root of the tongue. And enjoy Shavasana. Slowly take a deep inhale in. And like the sunlight, allow your prana, your life force, your breath to shine and illuminate everything inside you. Take your time to bring your awareness to your toes, to your feet, your fingers, your hands, to reconnect with your whole body. Bring your awareness to the space around you and the place where you are right now. Slowly, when it feels right, you can start making gentle movements with your toes, with your fingers, your thumbs, your feet, your hands. And when it's okay for you, bend your knees and roll onto your right side, keeping your right arm underneath your right ear. Just stay for a moment here. Keeping your pelvis heavy, your abdomen soft, and your heart space open. Press your left hand down into the earth as you come up to a cross-legged position. Seated cross-legged position if that feels okay. And please bring your hands together in front of your heart. Just take a moment to bring your awareness to your inner body, where there is a subtle energy, that channel where rising from the base of the spine to the crown of the head, there is this fire that you ignited in your practice today with the light of consciousness. And make sure that you use it. Keep it as your intention to take it into life and shine from inside out. Together, we're going to close our practice tonight, chanting the universal mantra. When you're ready, please take a deep inhale in. Thank you, everyone. Namaste.
Namaste.